Hey guys, what's up? And I'm here to talk about my favorite albums from beginning to end. And this is a video response to my man Boxcar Man 123. And you know what? Let's get this started. First one we got is an album from a band called The Starting Line, and it's Say It Like You Mean It. And this album in particular is my favorite. Pretty much all the songs are really good. And look at Kenny with his bleach blonde hair. Hilarious. Love the album cover and more. Check it out. Is a classic, and they are probably my favorite post-hardcore rock band, screamo, whatever you want to call it. And it's Emery with The Question. Now, I really like the first album a lot too, but this one is awesome. I believe they mixed together the perfect blend of melodic singing with screaming. It's not too much screaming. There's so many good ones like Returning the Smile You Have from the Start, Studying Politics, In a Win-Win Situation. So good. My favorite screamo band, if you want to call it. Great packaging. This is actually the deluxe edition. Check them out. They're awesome. The next one up is a ultimate classic that every person who listens to pop punk should have as one of their favorites, and it Saves the Day, and it's Through Being Cool. Now, my actual email is from one of their songs. That's how much I love them. This album was a classic. Has some of my favorite song titles ever, like Shoulder to the Wheel, Rocks, Tonic Juice, Magic, Hollyhocks, Forget Me Nots, Through Being Cool, Do You Know What I Love the Most? So many awesome songs. You have to check out You Vandal, Shoulder to the Wheel, Third Engine, and to this day, probably my favorite album cover is just so cool. Pick this one up. It's amazing. Next one up is one of my favorite post-hardcore band, another one, but they're more rock, and it's My American Heart. Now, you guys know all about these guys. I just made a Brian Loves video about them. They're amazing. I'm so sad they broke up, but this album is non-stop. Every song is just incredible. So good. Check it out. You are the keys to my organ. You do exactly what I play. You are the beats of my brain. Okay, now for this next one. When this one came out, they became my favorite band, and they're awesome, and they're called Thrice, and it's The Illusion of Safety. Now, I love their first 4 albums, and then they kind of got a little softer, and that's okay. But this one is when they were at their best. This one they were playing like a melodic metalcore. Nobody sounded like them. And then after this came out, every band wanted to sound like them. This one is just a shred fest. So good. Definitely my favorite, heaviest album ever. It's just so good. I know I mentioned it with Emery, but the perfect mix of heavy music and light music mixed perfectly together. All songs amazing. Couldn't pick a favorite because I love them all. Check this one out. This next up is one of my favorite bands. I don't talk about them too much because they're humongous, and they really don't need me to help them, get more fans. And it's Sum 41. Since the first moment I saw this band in Canada, I knew they were going to be huge in America. And they were at one point, but now they've kind of settled down a little bit. But their first 2 were more pop punk, and this one just took it to a whole new level. This is kind of like Thrice without the screaming. They did a lot of heavier stuff with the whole pop punk music. Hadn't really seen it been done before. This is so good. Caught me off guard when I bought it. I love every song. It's just I wish they would do more stuff sounding like this album. Check it out. This next band was my favorite band for the longest time, and I still love them, but you know how it is. Every day I love a new band, and it's Rise Against with Revolutions Per Minute. Now this is hard because I love their first one, The Unraveling, but this one I think, you know, defined them really. It's just awesome punk rock music. They're heavy, but they're also melodic at the same time. This is just one of those albums that you pop on and you just want to roll your windows down and you just want to scream out to the world, "Fuck you!" And that's how I get when I listen to this, and it's just so awesome. It's just you just want everybody to know about this album and this band. And it's Rise Against, Revolutions Per Minute. Okay, this next band, I remember the first time I heard them, I thought, okay, these guys have potential. Then they put out their second album, and it blew my mind. And it's Anberlin's Never Take Friendship Personal. Now, this album is just pop rock amazement. It's just so good. Every single song could have been a hit, and it's just crazy that they got bigger with this, but they didn't blow up like they are now, which it took 2 more albums, which is crazy. But this one is just flawless, and you have to own this one. Alright, for the next one now, quick funny story. I remember I had the CD burnt for the longest time, didn't like it, only liked one song, and then one day I was like, you know what, I'm going to sit down and listen to it. I listened to it, loved it, now it's one of my favorite albums ever, and it's Taking Back Sundays, Tell All Your Friends. Now, I don't know what else to say about this. I mean, amazing songwriting, just amazing dual vocalists. They did the whole dual vocals like I've never seen before. Just song after song. It's just really clever lyrics, really fun music, ones that you can quote lines to all day. Amazing. Buy this if you don't have it. Next one is Fall Out Boy's Take This to Your Grave. Now, what else can I say? Everybody knows who Fall Out Boy is, I would assume. Maybe not everybody's heard this album. This is their second full length. No, this is actually their first full length, because I know they had a CD before it, but I believe it was an EP. But this defined Fall Out Boy, and in my opinion, this album pretty much saved pop punk, in my opinion. For a while there wasn't really anything coming out that was real good pop punk, and then this came out and it's just led the way and it's pretty much because of this band right now. All the bands I just listed had an opportunity to make it somewhat big. Amazing pop punk album, probably one of the best. It's very similar to Saves the Days, Through Being Cool. This one's probably a little bit more melodic and more easier to listen to, but every song is just awesome. Probably one of the best pop punk albums ever, and I miss this Fall Out Boy. Not to say the new one sucks, the new Fall Out Boy sucks, but I love this Fall Out Boy. Whoa, I want to hate you half as much as I hate myself. You know that I could crush you with my voice. Finally, my favorite album from beginning to end, and I know those were all kind of similar in the genre, but this one, the best, and it's Michael Jackson's Bad. Now, this tape is amazing. Michael Jackson is the man. Sure, everybody loves Thriller, and Thriller is awesome, but Bad was always my favorite. Every single song, it's absolutely my favorite, and without this album, I probably wouldn't be into all the stuff I listen to now, really, but you gotta check this out if you haven't. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. These are my top 10, well, not top 10, probably top 11 favorite albums from start to end. I hope you guys liked it. Thanks for watching. From beginning to end. Word.